folks, shintigercurl here, and since everyone seems to be doing these reviews for professional wrestling events, I might as well do one too. And I just saw one for the WWE, this year's SummerSlam. Quite frankly, there are no words. It was terrible. It's not it's not the worst SummerSlam in history, but it's up there. I mean, it was just. I'll just go down the line and you judge for yourself. First match was for the IC belt between Don't Call Me Mr. Ziggler and Kofi Kingston. Now this was a pretty good match. The build was good. They had Dolph winning the belt thanks to Vicky Guerrero, and Kofi was going pretty crazy over the past couple of weeks to get it back. It was a good match. It was well paced. The ending, that's what kind of killed it for me. Because at the end, Dolph was able to get the sleeper hold, which is his kind of thing that he does now, on Kofi. Then the Nexus appears and beats the living crap out of him, which is good for the Nexus as it builds them up for the main event, but bad for Kofi Kingston and Dolph, and bad for the IC title. So the match ends in a no contest. I don't even know. It does a disservice to them. Up to this point, no one from SmackDown was involved with the whole Nexus storyline, and yet they choose to do it now during a title match. Why? I mean, just why? It deserved an ending. It deserved something better than that. Next match, Divas match, and as everyone knows, the WWE Divas aren't worth crap. It pits for the Divas title Alicia Fox versus the returning Melina. Now, I will say this: Melina looked pretty good. She looked pretty good out there. She was doing moves I never seen her do before, and she made Alicia Fox look like the shitty wrestler that she is. And don't anyone try to tell you differently. Alicia Fox is a dangerous wrestler. I mean, she could literally cripple someone. Her style is so stiff and so forced, and I'm surprised that she hasn't broken someone's back already. So anyway, Melina, after her second match back, gets the title, which I don't care about. They do a shoot interview with her. Then Cool comes out, the co-women's champions from SmackDown, and this is what happens when you marry one of the biggest superstars in WWE history. I mean, The Undertaker. They come out, they make her look like a fool, and then they proceed to beat the living crap out of her and Alicia Fox. Why? Why do we need this? I mean, it doesn't make her look good. It just makes her look pathetic to lose to people that she can out wrestle. That's what you get when you're married to The Undertaker. Next matchup, before that match, The Miz comes out, and he does a pretty good promo. I mean, I don't like promos, and I don't like a lot of promos in my wrestling, especially in SummerSlam. But The Miz cuts a pretty decent promo. He says how all the members of the Team WWE need him, and how they basically begged him, and Michael Cole is there sucking his dick. I mean, yeah, the way you talk, the way you hear it, Michael Cole is gay for The Miz. So after he talks, we head to the WWE title match, pitting Randy the Rapist Orton versus Sheamus Mayo Boy, whatever the hell his last name. Now the first two matches these two had were pretty good. I loved them because Randy Orton has such great ring psychology. He can tell a good story in the ring. And the match was pretty much back and forth, very good match, until Sheamus goes outside the ring, picks up a chair, and brings it in the ring. The ref tries to take the chair away. Sheamus kind of flings the ref outside the ring. The ref calls it. Randy wins by DQ. Now, the reason I'm upset about this is not because Randy Orton didn't win. I would prefer that he didn't win. But I would prefer that Sheamus win cleanly. I mean, he ever since he became champion, even during his first title run, he has not won. He has not successfully defended his belt or even won it cleanly. I mean, he pushed Cena through a table, which is understandable considering we're gonna let that go. The 2 times he faced Randy, it ended with interference from the outside thanks to Legacy. When he got the belt this time for a second run, it was because Nexus jumped everyone and he just kind of stole it. Then on his first title defense in a steel cage, Nexus interferes again. So what Sheamus needed, he needed a clean victory to make him a legit champion. But they couldn't give him a clean win. I wanted him to win cleanly. That way there'll be no doubt that he is the champion. But no, they had to book him like a punk. Well, Randy does RKO on the table. The table doesn't break, and knowing Randy, he's probably backstage bitching about it. No, the table didn't break. The table didn't break. Someone's an idiot. You know how he is. All right, the next matchup is for the WWE Heavyweight title, pitting Kane against Rey Mysterio, and they're still running the storyline of Undertaker in a vegetative state, and Kane trying to find out who did it. So the match starts, and you can before the match started, Kane brought out a casket, which confused a lot of people online. On the room I was chatting with, they thought it was a casket match, but no, Kane just said he was going to put Rey in the casket. It was a back and forth match. I really couldn't care less. Kane wins decisively. He goes to put Rey in the casket. 2 choke slams later, opens the casket, and lo and behold, the Undertaker appears. He just appears out of nowhere. Everyone could see the fucking Undertaker was going to be there. Everyone could see it a mile away. So Undertaker, looking very slow and lethargic, like he just got off a 3-day bender, gets in Rey's face, says, "I believe you." Turns to face Kane. They get into like a choke fight, and then Kane tombstone pile drives him, and that's it. Why? Why build up to the Undertaker's return and then bury him on his return? I know he's not cleared for wrestling, but if he's not cleared for wrestling, he shouldn't even be there. Let him do a promo or something. Let him just appear on the screen. "I know it was you, Kane." Let him do that instead of just what that was. It was just terrible. Next, the match I missed: Big Show versus the SES. As much as I love both sides, I just couldn't care about this match. I could not, for the life of me, care about why the SES and why Big Show was feuding with them. It just didn't matter to me. So the main event: Nexus versus Team WWE, consisting of Super Cena, Edge, Chris Jericho, John Morrison, R-Truth, Bret Hart, and the person who was supposedly supposed to be The Miz, being the 7th guy to replace the Great Khali. But Cena's like, "No, hold on, we found somebody better than you. It's Daniel Bryan, aka Bryan Danielson, the American fucking Dragon." And I marked out like a bitch. I mean, it was speculation that he could be the 7th man, but no one actually thought he would actually be the 7th man, and I loved it. And Michael Cole was just a hating little bitch of a man. Like, "He shouldn't even be here. He's nothing but a punk. He's nothing but a wimp." Oh, shut the fuck up, Cole. You need to shut up. And the last time Daniel Bryan got in your face, you ran like a little bitch, like a little pussy. So I wouldn't shut up. But I have to say, it was a pretty good match. Very well booked. The pace was great. The eliminations were back and forth, really. Daniel Bryan takes out Darren Young, aka Negro Vegeta, and Heath Slater. And Bret Hart eventually gets interfered into the match. And he only gets taken out because, even though everyone knows he can't wrestle anymore because he had a fucking stroke a while back, I don't even know why he's in the match. He gets taken out for using a chair on Skip Sheffield. And that was the only way they could take him out. They couldn't really do anything with him. So anyway, the match progresses. Eventually it comes down to Cena and Bryan. Bryan eliminates Slater, as I said. And while he's calling out Wade Barrett, The Miz comes out and jumps him from behind with a briefcase. And Michael Cole still sucking his dick like, "You go, Miz, you go." Keep sucking that dick, Cole. So it ends up with Cena versus Justin Gabriel and Wade Barrett. And of course, Wade Barrett and Gabriel pretty much annihilate Cena. Even DDT him on the concrete. Now, there's a lot of things I'm willing to buy, but him selling a DDT on the concrete, that's fucking ridiculous. So Cena, I guess FU, I mean, he doesn't bother using the FU. He had the least amount of time of anyone in this match, save for Bret Hart. Justin Gabriel misses the shooting star press. Cena pins him, and then just like that, quick, back to back, Wade Barrett gets in the ring. Cena rolls him up into the STF. He taps out like a punk. Cena wins. Really, WWE? Really? I mean, save for Daniel Bryan coming back, this whole thing was shit. Now, if it was just a regular old throwaway pay-per-view like Over the Limit or Tables, Ladders, and Chairs or whatever bullshit name they can come up with, I wouldn't be upset. But this is fucking SummerSlam. It's one of the big four. Next to WrestleMania, the Rumble, Survivor Series, which I'm not even sure they're going to do this year, and SummerSlam. This is SummerSlam. It deserves a lot better than this. It deserves better booking and better matches. I mean, your two title matches got degraded down to shitty matches. I mean, what? Why? I mean, people complain about Hardcore Justice. At least I was going into Hardcore Justice not liking it. I thought it was going to be a total clusterfuck, and I enjoyed it for what it was. And I wasn't expecting a great pay-per-view. I was just expecting to be entertained. I was expecting a great pay-per-view out of Summer fucking Slam, and they delivered this shit to me. So, the only reason I'm going to watch Raw is for Daniel Bryan. That's it. And maybe Randy Orton to see who the hell he'll rape next, because he's a rapist and I like him. But, last week, the Motor City Machine Guns and Beer Money tore it up. Match of the fucking year in their Best of 5 series. And it was far and away better than this shitty SummerSlam shit. So WWE, I'm holding you accountable. You need to do... I expect better from you. If it was TNA, everyone would be ragging on them. Because I expect this from TNA. They're still trying to find their legs. But this is for WWE. You need to do better. Because I'm right now, I'm going to put my foot up Linda McMahon's ass for doing this PG bullshit. So my score, out of a possible 10 stars or whatever, I give it a 2. Maybe a 3 because Daniel Bryan brought it up, but it was just shit. Well, if not, it wasn't the worst, but it was the worst. And right now, WWE, you've earned a shintigercurl growl of rage for that. So here it is for you, WWE, my growl of rage.